In the biggest democracy of the world, the government is by the people, of the people, and for the people. Even with all the government's effort, there are still few problems unheard, few crimes unnoticed, and few tears unwiped.
The problems of these natives are very varied and different in their nature. But one thing is common among them. There is one hope, and that hope is KSU.
It had been 6 years since Meghalaya got an identity of a state of Indian Union, but still, the younger generation was not seeing the type of growth and development which was happening in rest of India. At the same time, there was an increasing inflow of immigrants from outside the state who were using up all the resources and opportunities. And that is when 20,000 students from Meghalaya joined hands to fight a common problem and to collectively bargain from the government and other power centers. And that's how unions have been formed in other parts of the world. Bombay mill workers came together in 1982 to safeguard the interest of 2.5 lakh mill workers. All these unions and their efforts are driven by a purpose, and so is KSU. The purpose of KSU is to protect the interest of local Khasi people of the state of Meghalaya. KSU intends to protect identity, cultural heritage, and the political destiny of the local Khasi population.
So this was in the late 1970s that the Students' Union became strong. The Assam agitation had started in Assam, and the ripple effect was felt in almost all the northeastern states. Meghalaya started off with, if my memory serves me correct, with the All Meghalaya Students' Union, which in time was reorganized as the Khasi Students' Union.
Well, there is a very clear definition of what collective bargaining means as far as the subject domain of IR is concerned. And if we were to try and understand what that definition means as per the book, is that the assumption there is that workers are a collective and they're supposed to discuss, dialogue, negotiate, engage in whatever level of transactions they have to with the management at a collective level.
When a union is formed, what happens is you are letting go of your smaller identities of tribe and community and coming together for larger issues. So the Students' Union might have a number of issues. They could have issues related to studies, they could have issues related to politics. But they are issues that would be common in spite of their own racial or ethnic affiliations.
Ideally, I would look at the KSU as a pressure group which definitely strives to work for the betterment and the uplift of the indigenous community of the Khasis here in Meghalaya. In terms of its powers and its function, I would say that it definitely enjoys the goodwill, especially of the youth of this state, particularly those of Khasi Hills.
When there is already a government in place looking after the welfare of the people, why there is a need for an organization like KSU?
What has happened is the KSU has succeeded in occupying the political space that ideally should have been occupied by the opposition party. Because of this coalition politics, what has happened in Meghalaya is that no matter who is voted to power, if they don't have the absolute majority, they will join hands with the principal opposition party and form a government together. There was at one point of time when everybody was in power, and the state has the distinction of having the maximum number of deputy chief ministers, no opposition. The people kind of felt very neglected and left out because everybody is busy doing all kinds of things except things that are important for the people. So there's a political space which is left open, and it was the students' union that filled up this.
What should be the ideal relationship between union and mainstream politics?
Alright. As I described, that this group of workers or people who are supposed to be united, by definition they are supposed to be a collective, even before trying to negotiate their lives and livelihoods with management. They need to ensure some basis of power, because the other group, which is more powerful, which has all the resources, which has the power not only to dismiss or remove a worker or appoint a worker, also has the power to give away some portion of the resources, which both the groups together earn. And therefore this group of workers or people who want to engage in collective bargaining, they need some basis of power. What they do is they source their power from political parties. And it is also true, on the other hand, that these political parties also draw a large chunk of their basis of power from these trade unions. So it's a give and take process. So the workers who are united as a trade unionist draw their power from their affiliation with the national level politics and political people, political ideologies, and also these political parties draw their grassroots level basis of power from these trade unions. It's both ways.
Time and again, there have been many student unions operating parallelly, but Khasi Student Union has created a space for itself in the lives of the people of Meghalaya.
I was there in one of the meetings where this issue was getting discussed. And what I wanted to compliment and also took note of is the way this person who was representing KSU very strongly came up with his assertion, saying that no, we will not allow such a thing to happen in this region, because what we care for is the health and the life of people, the communities and children to come. Not that they are, I'm liking them because, I liked that behavior just because he said it so assertively. I liked it because there is a group which represents the society so well, which at a level is at least able to take on a position, and then only that position can get negotiated. So the fact that this person represented a community, represents a region, and that the fact that the person was so confident of the kind of support he would gather with that position is of more importance to me rather than just the position which says, hey, come on, you just cannot take us for granted. You either get convinced by us or convince us on whatever you're planning for this region. And that I thought was of real value.
With the advent of technology and growing private sector, the significance of the trade unions has definitely gone down. Now, to regain its position, the trade unions will definitely have to redefine themselves.
The challenges for the organization, I would say, would be more related to, open-mindedness and accepting, various aspects of growth and development. Because with growth and development also comes, a lot of changes in terms of social dynamics. Whether the organization has reached or will soon reach a level of understanding that maybe there are areas in their working domain which needs to be changed.
The first level is the obvious level, and the second is the unobvious level, which I fear people have still not realized it. People within trade unions and people outside trade unions. The obvious part is is the challenge to continue with at an ideological level. Ideological level, that there is a world order possible which does not believe in this dichotomy of the haves and the have-nots. This, as an ideology, it appears is fading away in the present day neoliberal context. And therefore, the obvious challenge is to prevent that. The other is to understand the newer forms of work which are evolving. For example, the first is the information technology, the knowledge worker phenomena. The existing trade union understanding, or the union understanding, or the collective understanding of people vis-a-vis the forms, newer forms of work which are evolving, they have still not gone on to the extent of, say, trying to understand how that form of work also gets exploited by people who operate from the very old traditional models of management.
So now I think the challenge before the KSU, as I see it, is to continue to exist as an independent, neutral students' union that would fight for causes that are just and fair, the causes that the people want to be raised, and to maintain a non-political view of things, and that I think would be the biggest challenge before the union.
Langit yale, tolong kibala.